Spirituality is an ego death in itself. Just by you walking a path, you're having an ego death. And not to permanently kill the ego, because we all know that we still need the ego while we're on this plane, but you're still having an ego death because you're connecting back with spirit. You're connecting back with that eternal self of you. And when you develop that connection, when you work on developing that connection and making that connection strong with God, with Source, you tend to look crazy to other egos and personalities. And your ego is going to want to create an identity out of what you're doing, or try to be understood and not look as crazy, even though you do look crazy. They don't understand the changes you're going through because of your journey. And it gets to a point where you just allow that form of ego death to happen. But it's like, hey, people going to think what they want. People going to say what they want. But I know my journey to be true. I know who I am in God's eyes. So does it really, really matter? Does it really, really matter? But to my ego, what people think? No. It's all ego. So the more and more you walk this path, the more free you become. You're not bounded by that limit that the ego places on you to be accepted by other people. You're able to be more free within yourself and allow things to naturally gravitate to you, and allow other things to naturally fall off that no longer align with who you are. And as you remain attached to the ego, change is hard. Suffering is hard. You suffer more because you're not able to let go and change. So that's all. So what really matters is, are you happy? Are you happy with your growth? Are you seeing growth? Are you focused on improving instead of impressing? Because in today's society, because of our egos and because of how attached we are to the physical and the flesh, we chase happiness through validation. We chase happiness through impressing other people, especially the ones that we know we don't like and don't like us. But we constantly watching each other to impress, to give this ego the false validation and reinforce it to make it so feel real. But it's not real. It's not. It's a temporary thing. It's here today and going tomorrow. What's real lasts forever. And that's the self. That's what's eternally in you. But you got to dig for that. And as you're digging for it, people who are not called to that journey, it's going to say all types of things. They're going to see it from their limited view and perspective. So what do you expect? By you fighting for them to understand something that they're not ready to, you are reinforcing your ego. You want to feel validated about what you're doing. You want to feel like, oh, is this the right thing to do? And if people are not saying the right thing about it, then I must be doing something wrong. No, that's not true. You don't want to trust that. So as long as you are happy and you're seeing your progress, God is rewarding you behind the scenes in silence. You know that you're improving. If that's all that matters to you, you really don't care about none of that egotistical stuff and materialism. And don't get me wrong, it's nothing wrong with liking luxury, because I love luxury too myself, but I'm not able to get it right now. So you think I'm a think less of myself? No, that's what they want you to think. They want you to think less of yourself, so you could constantly be chasing and being unhappy. But once you find the eternal self within the now, you like, bro, you good. Like, you don't need it. And a lot of people is not going to understand that for the very specific reason I just told you. The ego is limited, so it's not going to understand. Make peace with that.